voices right here in the fairy tale garden. Why don't we share a story, if that's all right with you? Yes! Oh, wonderful! And I know just the story we can share. Why don't we share my story? Would that be all right? Yes? Oh, good! And it's so nice you seem to be such a very sharing group, too. Now, let's see. We're going to need a few things to get started. And luckily, I have two very good friends here to help me. Can everyone say hello to Ethel? Hi, Ethel! And say hello to Gertrude. Hi, Gertrude! Ethel, will you please get the things we'll need for the storytelling front? Thank you. Now, if we're going to share a story, I'm going to need some help from all of you along the way. Will you help me? Yes? Oh, thank you. All right, then let's start at the very beginning. Do you remember who I lived with in our quiet little village? Who did I live with? Don't raise your hand. Say it out loud. Oh, some of you know him. That's right. I lived with my wonderful father, Maurice. And do you remember what he did for an occupation? What was his job? He was an inventor, that's right. He was very smart and very kind, and if we use our imaginations, we can pretend like this is Papa. You can be my helper. It's Papa, everyone. Come right over here. Look what we have for you. We're going to give you all the tools you need to be a proper inventor. Now, if you could invent anything you wanted, what would it be? Could you invent maybe a flying machine? Maybe a robot to clean your room? Maybe. Now, my papa was not the only one who paid attention to me in our village, was he? No. Who else was? Gaston. Was Gaston strong? Was Gaston handsome? Well, he thought he was, didn't he? Was Gaston standing over here? I think so. It's Gaston. Now, do you think Gaston will be nice today and mind his manners? I sure hope so. He can be positively primeval sometimes, can't he? How many eggs do you think he ate this morning? 3 dozen? 4 dozen? 5 dozen eggs? I don't know. We'll see. He looks so strong. Can you show everyone those muscles? Very impressive. Now, Gaston had a one-track mind, and he was always saying, "You will marry me, Belle." Can you say that? Oh my. And no matter how many times I refused, he kept on saying, "You won't marry me, Belle." I won't marry you. Oh my, I think he means it. Now, even though I sent Gaston away, he never really gave up. Now, one fine day, my papa set off on a long journey to take one of his inventions to the fair. But you got lost on a dark road, didn't you? And he was chased by, well, do you remember what he was chased by? Wolves. Wolves, that's right. Can everyone put on their wolf ears? And on the count of 3, we'll howl like wolves. Ready? 1, 2, 3. My Papa, are you frightened? I know I would be. And as luck would have it, you were thrown from your horse. But he found shelter in what he thought was an abandoned castle. But it wasn't abandoned at all, was it? No, you met many new friends there, didn't you? And here they are now. Mrs. Potts, Chip, Cogsworth, and Olivia. They look wonderful, don't they? Oh my. They were all once in the service of the master of the house, but had been transformed into these objects when a spell had been placed over the entire household. Now, when our horse, Philippe, returned home without Papa, I knew something was not right. So Philippe took me back to where they had been separated, and I discovered not only Lumiere, Cogsworth, Chip, and Mrs. Potts, but someone who was known only as the Beast! That's right, he's sitting right here. Come on, share our story, it's the Beast! How are you doing, Lumiere? Good, you're doing such a good job holding your candlesticks up so you don't drip any wax. And Cogsworth, how are you? Keeping track of time? Oh, good. Chip, show everyone that smile you're known for. There it is. And Mrs. Potts, how are you? Fine? Oh, good. Oh, my ladies and gentlemen, we have the Beast! The Beast had taken my father prisoner and would only set him free if I would become prisoner in his place. This I did willingly. Bye-bye, Papa. On my very first night in the Beast's castle, I discovered the magic rose. And I learned that the Beast had not always been a beast. But if he could fall in love before the last petal of the rose fell off, and was loved in return, then he and everyone else in the castle would be changed back to their former selves. If not, he would remain a beast for how long? Forever. That's right. That's such a long time. And to make matters worse, we did not get along at all at first, did we? No. Partly because you growled a lot. Can we hear one?
Sounds like Vincent. You were louder than that.
That's more like it. But then, one special night, something magical began to happen, and suddenly everyone in the castle felt like dancing. Here, we'll put one cloth here, and then a slip down. You've been practicing, haven't you? He's a natural. Aren't they all wonderful dancers? Give them a round of applause. Good job, everyone. Very well done. And everyone, take a bow. They were wonderful dancers. There was something there that wasn't there before. The Beast had begun to care about me. He cared so much that he even let me return home to my father, who was ill. Thank you, Beast. He gave me a magic mirror so that I could see the Beast and find my way back to him. Now, when I returned home to Papa, Gaston came by, and just as he always had, he said, but this time, when I refused, he locked us in the cellar, took the magic mirror, and set off to hunt the Beast down. But luckily for Papa and I, someone was there to save us. Do you remember who snuck along? Chip! That's right! Chip was our hero! Good job, Chip! Thank you! And thanks to Chip being so brave, I was able to get back to the Beast's castle just in time. When I arrived, the Beast and Gaston had grabbed each other's arms and were wrestling back and forth. But when the fight was over, the fight's over, boys. Gaston had fallen into the moat far below. And the Beast, I fear, lay dying. So dramatic! And then in the very moment that I told the Beast that I loved him, something truly wonderful occurred. Lumiere, Cogsworth, Chip, and Mrs. Potts all changed back to their former selves. And then the Beast himself was transformed. He was no longer a beast at all. Do you remember what he became? That's right, he became a handsome prince. So regal! And as the song goes, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. What is it? Beauty and the Beast. That's right, awesome, everyone. Good job. Thank you, wonderful birthday. Thank you so much for helping me share my story. Thank you to Gertrude and Ethel for their help as well. I would love to visit with you right over here before we head back to the castle. If we don't get a chance to chat, please come back and visit us at Fairy Tale Garden. Bye-bye, everyone.